Hello, 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 and welcome to Deadbeats. Hello, 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 everyone. Hope everyone's having a fantastic day today as we go in with our double D&D. Starting off first with the Beat of the Dead. That's right, the one and only Deadbeats. Before we get started, a little bit of housekeeping we like to do before we start up our D&D sessions. First and foremost, due to the improv nature of roleplay, today's session may contain adult behavior, humors, and situations not suitable for all audiences. If you're feeling uncomfortable, feel free to step away until you are. All VODs are uploaded on YouTube, youtube.com/worldofio, where further warnings are given if necessary. Make sure to take care of your own mental health first, before your entertainment needs. I assure you the session will be up with appropriate warnings, if necessary, over on YouTube. Also, general rule of thumb when it comes to this D&D session, in fact, all of our D&D sessions, we have a strict no backseating policy. So no backseating, please. So as not to disturb the flow of the game, please report any incorrect or missing rulings or mechanics to our rules lawyer channel on !Discord. That means if you think we did a mechanic incorrectly, or if I forgot to tally something or what another, hey, mistakes happen, we're all humans, but chat is not the place to try and correct it. I go ahead and check out the rules lawyers at the end of the end of the D&D sessions, just so we're not repeating, or I'm not repeating similar mistakes. And now that our housekeeping is done, without further ado, I think it is time to give us a lovely little hello to our Deadbeats. Hello, everyone. How y'all doing today?
Hello.
Hello.
Good.
Yo.
Greetings and salutations and welcome.
Pepperoni.
Pepperoni?
Pepperoni.
Okay.
Pepperoni.
Pepperoni, I guess is, okay.
Summer's getting into character.
Yeah. Hold on one second. I need to minimize this so that we grab the correct window. Of course. Of course. Give me 1 second. Apologies, everyone. I'm currently... There we go. I currently had the DM's view on the screen. I don't want that. I don't want people seeing my
Behind the
D&D
curtain.
secrets. Yeah, no one peek behind the curtain. Absolutely not. I assure you nothing of interest was there. I have to move one thing up real quick. Right there. Perfect. Apologize for the readjusting of stuff. Blip. And then I need to go ahead and pop this bad boy out, and we should be good to go. All right. Let's go ahead and set the scene, set the mood a little bit, and then we shall begin. I'm trying to remember what I used. I think I used a little bit of this, a little bit of that ominous dark wind, and then I would like to do one of these, please. All right. So we last left off in our previous session. You guys were outside the Lamento's headquarters, one of their many, many strongholds scattered across the planet of Io, the shattered planet of Io. And upon arriving here and hoping to find out more information about the mysterious now organization, alien organization known as Facade, you figured it'd be time to check in, since the Lamentos were the ones that sent you on this wild goose chase. Upon investigating inside, corpses scatter all through the hallways of the gangsters that were once here. Upon exploring closer, you recognize that essentially a deadly set of constructs were deployed within these headquarters and destroyed the place, kind of like just you got the place all messed up, and killed a bunch of the Lamento family members that were inside. Two of them were active, and you had to face off against them. Fortunately, they were both heavily not injured, but in a slight bit of disrepair. But their danger and threat were ever present. So without further ado, you guys went ahead, followed up north through the headquarters, arrived here in the dining hall where you had dined with one of the leaders of the Lamentos, Lou. And arriving here, you find Dean Wolfwing, kind of like resting against the fireplace, gravely injured, bleeding and rapidly dying, and yeah, so you just kind of saw that he's just there, holding out a shard pistol, barely able to hold on to the weight of the pistol, too heavy for Dean's grip. I believe, which one of you stabilized Dean? Was it Eli with the medicine check? I believe at some point Hellebore was also tinkering and working with that. Is that correct, with the assistance of the help?
I think Eli did it, and then Hellebore helped.
Yeah, he used
like a
cure
help action.
wounds and patched him up, and I helped.
Yeah, the wounds itself was very grievous, so cure wounds wasn't going to be sufficient. Fortunately, with the aid of medicine checks between the two of you, you were able to stable and patch him up. And now, it's still gravely injured, by the way. He is in an immediate threat of dying. And just double checking, I saw Snake said he was going AFK. Is he back? Boop, boop, boop. Looks like he's not. Snake was the one that was talking to him. Unless there was something else anyone wants to say. I see we've got, excuse me. We've got Cicero, standing up on the ceiling, kind of looming down.
Yeah, I was trying to remember why he was upside down. I was like, oh, that's right.
Yeah, he's always walking
Snake's
across
back.
there. Oh, good. Perfect. So, yeah, we'll continue on with that scene. Again, the wolf is just kind of just sitting there. The last thing stated was that, he's just like, clearly the prots did this. This just has their work all over it. Oh, they've been trying to stop us for a while. They've been trying to get rid of us for a while. I just didn't think they would do it so bluntly. And that is where we had left off. So, I believe, Eli, you had some general inquiries? Or were you kind of leaving it alone as you were going in? Because I think there was some back and forth between the two of you, where you were almost going to suggest a little bit more about the facade killings, or know more, something about that, but you're kind of keeping that information to yourself. What's going on in Eli's mind right now?
I think one of the last things I'm sorry, it's storming here.
No, you're fine.
One of the last things Eli said was a general inquiry to the party. Like, what do you guys think? Does what he's saying align up with what we know?
The timing's right, at least.
Yeah, you also discovered that the timing was kind of lined up with these attacks. I think there were some investigations that you guys did as to when the bodies fell, when the area was broken into, and you all had come to the conclusion that it lined up just right when you guys were retreating from the Cicero Manor, suggesting that all of this happened at one fell swoop, an operation underway. So, with Eli asking that, does anyone have any input or anything they'd like to add to that moment?
I think Cicero's just staring down at the guy.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Cicero is also kind of like leering over the dying man, fearful of his death, but now stabilized. There's still fear within him, but not the looming fear of death, which I'm sure Cicero would have appreciated for a fine and delicious meal. All right. Karis, I'm just going to kind of go down the list. Cicero's looking. Karis, what are you doing currently?
Karis is kind of just like peering over Eli's shoulder, and when Eli inquires, like, does that check out or whatever, that would have been what Karis would say, is that the timing lines up. It feels suspicious.
Gotcha.
But she can't heal anyone, so she's just watching and making sure
Of course.
that
Just wanted to see
nothing goes awry.
if what was being said amongst the party.
Mhm,
Hellebore, after Eli asked that, do you inquire or do you remain silent?
Oh, he would definitely say, well, she'll probably figure out who here thought a chi weapon was in that building, or who here got info that the body was at that manor, because they were part of the setup, probably.
You'll kind of hear the skittering of a creature behind you guys within the darkness. And that is where Pinchy will walk in.
My dude, Pinchy!
And you're gonna give this dude a heart attack!
You mentioned something of a chi weapon. Wolf's gonna look over kind of behind the rest of you all, like staring past it. His face kind of grows pale, the white of his eyes definitely visible. And he goes, is that...
We adopted him.
What? He looks over at you.
That's my baby.
He's with us for now.
I have adoption papers.
Yeah,
Show me those papers.
sure.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Dash, what do you
Pulls random papers out of his bag. Look, right here, right here. Oh wait, you can't see. You're dying. You're dying. You're bleeding out. Can you make out the words?
Dash. Well, Hellebore's like bouncing back and forth between this. What are you doing?
Sorry, my kid's about to walk in.
No, it's all good.
Dash has had enough conversations with Eli about like. Hold on, just a second, baby. I'll be right back.
Yeah, you want to pause for a moment? Sounds good. Logan, what are your thoughts and what are you currently doing with all this?
Logan's looking over the room, attempting to discern where this dude's boss may have gone, or if there's any sort of secret passages. He does not particularly care about this guy, and never has.
Yep, in typical Logan fashion. Go ahead and do an investigation check, and let's see what you can find out. All right, so with a 14, I think that'll be sufficient enough. You'll actually notice as Wolf is kind of like leaning against the fireplace currently, now that you've had to take a good long look at the area, and with a 14, you'll notice he's actually leaning against the secret passage, that the fireplace itself looks like it can be pushed ajar. And further investigation would show, with Wolf just kind of leaning against the fireplace the way that he is, that he's not dying here, but trying to guard the area.
Yeah, Logan walks over to him and is like, someone help me get him up. We've got to get him on the table.
What?
Come on, you're injured.
So he, as you kind of like reach down, he goes, nah, I think I'm all right. I got patched up pretty good. I don't need to be moved over anywhere.
Is he leaning on anything in particular?
He's sitting down on the ground currently, on the floor itself against the fireplace.
Right. But is it obvious that his body is in any way protecting anything that would be a lever of some sort?
Yeah, his body itself would be protecting not only the mechanism to open the door itself, but quite literally where the door meets the wall.
Is there a way that I can reach around him?
Yes.
That I can visibly see?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's leaning against there. He's gravely injured. There's not really much resistance he's gonna do.
Yeah. So Logan like kneels down beside him. He's like, well, if you think you can stay here, then I won't move you. I'm just so happy you're all right. And he like goes to give him a hug, but reaches around to press whatever lever is there.
Yeah. So as you kind of go in for the embrace, he kind of leans back a little bit, uncomfortable with your advance. But at that point, when he realizes what you're doing, it's far too late. You've already leaned over to try and press the area, and then you'll just kind of see the area just... And then he just falls flat on the ground, and then he looks up over at you. The fuck are you doing?
I step over him and walk in.
Hey! He says, screaming, and he starts scrambling over for his gun.
Eli will put a hand on his shoulder.
He looks over at you, and he says, how do we know he's not with them? Stop him.
I mean, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, but the people who are back there don't know that. You're gonna get shot.
What do you do, Logan?
Continues to walk in.
I'm talking to you! He screams over as he's, like, now desperately at the ground trying to find the gun. Does anyone do anything while he's reaching for that?
Yeah, I'm gonna go down to him, and just my head appears beside his head. And I'm just gonna say to him,
Oh god.
I wouldn't do that if I were you. Hands off. Let him go.
He just leers over at you.
We're not the enemy.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check, Eli. Do so at advantage. Okay. He looks over, and he just kind of calms down a little bit, and he'll just say, "He's long gone, you know."
Who told you about the weapon?
From my understanding, and he just kind of turns over at you, and he says, "Informants that have been over north of Jotun. I've been kind of snooping over at the Jotun Prot Force, the defense force. I've been kind of keeping an eye on their activities."
Who they report to?
Who? When you say they, what do you refer to?
The informants.
Well, Lou directly. However, and then he kind of looks behind and looks around and says, "I haven't seen him for a few days." And then he looks over at you and says, "This was clearly an inside job."
I would like to incite him.
Yeah. He's filled with suspicions of what actually is happening. Filled with shock. I mean, his base of operations was literally torn down. Rage by, Logan just kind of pushing on beyond him. Frustration with himself for not being able to stop or guard better. But mostly suspicion of anyone at this point. The words ring true with what he says that, they haven't been around for a couple of days, and also the fact that what was I about to say? Sorry, I'm a bit distracted. Yeah, he's just a bit suspicious. And also just the fact that obviously this was clearly an inside job, and now their informants are also missing. He suspects foul play, a betrayal from within. So what he says is true. He doesn't seem to be hiding anything.
So either they were in on it or they're dead.
They better be dead then, he says, looking up at you.
I'll nod at that.
You mind telling me what's going on here? You coming in, stepping here, seem to know a lot more than what you're letting on.
We too were double-crossed.
He'll kind of look over at you. While this conversation is happening, Logan, what are you doing?
Currently just going around this room and just putting on the old investigator cap and seeing what's back here, what I notice.
Okay.
Is this just a storehouse for like illicit goods? What are those illicit goods? What's just the general thing.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
I will do so.
All right. With your investigation of 13, after spending some time in here while they are conversing, it is essentially just a storehouse of exactly what you said, illicit goods. As you kind of inspect over at the crates, you'll see a variety of different mundane weapons, from the melee variety, swords, long swords, knives, clubs, maces, mauls, etc., etc., to the range varieties, including short bows, long bows, hand crossbows, shard guns, and the like. You'll also see a variety of mundane armor, a variety of alchemical ingredients, probably for some illicit drug trade. And yeah, this is definitely a smuggling operation. The south, as you continue to explore around, you will see a caved-in staircase that seems to descend underneath the area. Recently caved in, as you could probably tell.
It appears as though it was done to block the people from following.
That's a fair assumption.
Okay. Yeah, he continues to look around back here.
Okay. Wolf will just look over. What was the last thing you said, Eli?
We two are double-crossed.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So, he will look over at you and just be like, what happened to you?
Eli will look over to Karis, trying to gauge whether or not we can even trust him. Who knows, he might be facade.
Karis kind of just wrinkles her nose and says, we are no friends of the Defense Force right now. That's all you really need to know. We were double-crossed. We came here for more information. Considering our new friend and how you seem to be a bit familiar.
He kind of forces a smirk, pained as it is, before looking up to you and goes, I get it. Yeah. You know what? If I was in your shoes, which I pretty much am, I'd also be holding things close to the vest. Fine. Keep your secrets. Matters not to be. Hellebore, what are you currently doing as you're walking up to Pinchy?
My son, did you bring a giant alien space weapon here with you?
What are you talking about?
I don't know, did you bring a giant, like, mantis gun or something?
We're in no relation.
Oh, I'm just trying to see if the information, though, is actually right. Do you guys have, like, a giant, like, prey mantis thing? That's what we heard. Like, a giant prey mantis, like, living weapon?
Maybe. Yes, actually.
I poke his tummy. Tell me about it.
He backhands you the moment you poke him. Woo! Don't touch me, you filthy Ionian.
Hellebore, don't antagonize him. Please.
I just want to know.
You can know from a distance.
Yes.
Don't aggravate him.
From my understanding, you build things like tanks and ships, siege weapons with your wars. We grow ours. And I suppose it would be, in fair comparison, a mantis-like in appearance to your insects.
You guys bring one with you this time?
We always bring them wherever we go. However, being separated from the hive for so long, we, unfortunately lost it.
Did you eat it, Pinchy?
What? No. Why would we waste such a precious weapon? Unless it were a fallen battle, then I would consume the corpse. But from my understanding, it wandered off just about the same time that mining town was killing our people.
It just got up and walked away?
Well, we commanded it to attack the south. If you haven't seen it, and if the mining town you came from hasn't mentioned anything of it, then it probably has become a bit scrambled. Wandering out there all alone.
The government might have a giant praying mantis, guys. Oh, I don't like that. The government has a giant praying mantis.
If your leaders have captured the weapon, then you are in for a deal of hurt. If they
our
were to
leaders
survive, that
captured
is.
If our leaders captured it, that means the Ganymedians have it, Pinchy.
They got your baby, dude.
Ganymedians are stealing your tech. I'm not sure how much you should be celebrating that.
Pinchy remains quiet. The laughter subsides. Anyways, needless to say, if what you say is what has happened, the Ganymedians have it. Who knows what they'll be able to do with their body-snatching capabilities. Although I don't know of a time where they may have successfully stolen the body of one of our weapons.
Ew.
He shrugs a little bit. One of two things, I theorize. Well, perhaps three. One, the Ganymedians have it. Trouble for all of us. Two, it's still wandering out there in the snowy wastelands. Or three, it's dead somewhere, in which case then I will happily feast upon its corpse once we discover its location.
Is that the next order of business? Locating this weapon?
You'd probably have to be looking for a while. Let it do its thing for now.
Do you have any recollection of orders it might have been given other than just attack? A
Well,
pathway?
Yes. March south upon the village of those flesh sacks. If it hasn't arrived there, then I'm afraid something has altered its command. Whether death or otherwise.
I think it's safe to assume that the government definitely has it because the manor was between their base of operations and the mining town. So they probably just intercepted it, so it's probably long gone.
It's a safe assumption.
Then you will probably see it soon. Its devastation that it can just absolutely create.
What does it do?
You'll know of it. It is a pure, unadulterated warrior of rage and bloodshed. It will leave hundreds of corpses in its wake. It doesn't know the meaning of subtlety.
If they have it, the Ganymedians, that is, their whole thing has been discredit the chi. They'll use it at the most inopportune time for everybody.
That would be devious. It would absolutely be something a Ganymedian would do. They are deceptive and duplicitous.
You're right. They would most likely release it into a city. Then blame it on the Chi. Good way to rouse up the crowds to join in against this war effort.
Why are you standing on the roof, flesh sack?
Why are you not?
Pinchy would get dizzy.
I like the idea of Pinchy being like, why am I not on the ceiling?
Pinchy then ponders to himself. A brief moment of silence.
Are you like an ant? Can you walk on the wall?
Wait, what did you say?
Are you like an ant? Can you walk on the wall?
Probably.
Try it.
I don't feel like it right now.
Try it.
I don't take commands from flesh sacks!
Says the man who adopted the name Pinchy from the flesh sacks.
Pinchy's a good name.
It is a good name.
I don't think I like this name Pinchy anymore.
I wish I was named Pinchy.
What would you prefer to be called?
I don't want to think about this right now. I'll accept Pinchy for now, but
Mm,
with great disdain.
we'll be sure to note it down. So, what is our next order of business?
Well, that's the question, isn't it? Are we still interested in finding Lou? Sounds like we have a lot of priorities, unfortunately.
If Lou ain't in on it, he knows where she is. Gesture to Wolf.
Right, well, you will have to forgive me if I'm not forthcoming with that information. You have your secrets and I have mine. You understand, right?
We can make him.
No need. Lou can't really help us right now. If she isn't in on it, then, well, let's just say she needs to get her house in order.
Right, he says, begrudgingly, just kind of looking down a little bit.
Priority now might be getting out of Jotun, because all of our lovely little enemy friends still think that we're stuck here somewhere, which they're not wrong.
Wolf sighs. Right. Unfortunately, all of our resources currently here in Jotun has probably been burned. Wouldn't know what to trust anyways. Unless any of you got any connections.
So, do you have an idea where she is?
He looks over. Are you just saying that?
Yep.
He looks over at you. Someplace. Hopefully safe. I don't know how deep this infiltration has gone.
Hmm.
I won't be reporting to her anytime soon. I'll just have to wait.
And if we wanted to find her, you couldn't help just a little bit.
If Lou wants to be found, or rather, has some dealing she wants to do, I would be happy to facilitate that as a point of contact.
Oh, she got a shard phone though?
Oh yes, here's the number. We could just give her a call right now.
Listen, man, I'm just opening up options here. You don't gotta tell us if she had, like, you don't gotta tell us her number right now.
Look,
I'm saying it's an easy way for communication.
look, there's a couple of dozen places she could be currently. And I'm not privy to that information. And it's probably better that way, considering the fact that, as you say, looks over at Eli, we don't have our house in order quite yet. Speaking of house in order, Eli, you still loyal to the family? Where do your allegiances lie?
What are you getting at, Wolf?
It's just a simple question. Don't need to get so defensive after everything we've done for you.
I'm sorry. Eli gets the same look that he got the first time they met once Eli got out. That subdued anger.
Go ahead and roll an intimidation check. He looks over at you and you can see the seething anger in your eyes and backs out down a little bit. Look, Eli. All in all, it's a fair question. I'm not doubting your intentions, but it would be good to know who my allies are.
Eli deflates a little. I'm on your side. Look, we're all on the same side here.
A moment of silence kind of falls over the room. before his posturing, as limited as it can be, deflates as well. He goes, right. I suppose each of us being suspicious of each other won't really get us anywhere. All right. Look. Truth be told, I don't know where Lou is. There's a reason for that. Our house isn't in order. And so, very few people would know where Lou were to go in the event of an attack like this. We have many enemies. Other families, the Prot Force itself. Very much so, it seems. So until Lou's at a safe place, I know just as much as you do. However, if, and I say this very bluntly, if Lou has use for you, we'll be in contact. If there is anything you'd like to tell me, I can relay the information to Lou when she gets back in contact with me. If she gets back in contact with me. I'm sorry, guys. That's the best I can do.
Fair enough. Look, if we're right about any of this, even a little bit, the closest large settlement is in danger. If that weapon of theirs is as powerful as he says it is, a whole bunch of people are about to die.
He's quiet. Then he just looks back up. Well, what can we do about that? Our house is scattered to the wind. We don't really have many resources currently.
May not have contacts, but you have assets. Look, I know how this works. You have supply caches everywhere. Safe houses.
Yeah. What, you want to go after this thing?
I mean, it's either that or try to get out of Dodge, and can't really do that without assets anyway.
Damn it. Wouldn't be a good look for the Lamentos if we didn't keep to our word. All right, Eli. You're making some good points. Let me see what I can rustle up with our supply drops. Maybe we can do an exchange of services. Get you some credits, get you some weapons and armor. And maybe we can figure out exactly where this thing is, if it's still in the area. At the very least, knowing that it's where it's not may be beneficial. But if one of our haven towns are destroyed, that's gonna be a real bad look for the Lamentos. You willing to help us out?
Eli looked to everyone else.
I'm still in.
Well, folks, this is where you should probably get everything in order. Burn all your resources. Reach out to all your safe connections. You're going to need everything, every avenue, if you want to safely escape this place.
Cool. I hate Jotun. Fuck this place.
I'll see who I can get in contact with if there's any other business you need to tend to first. And then He looks around. Do you think this would still be a safe place? Surely they wouldn't attack twice.
Well, we don't know what else is looming around here. We just took out 2 of those machines walking in here. They might have left more behind. We don't know. We certainly don't want you kicking the bucket too soon. So if you want to get out and need some protection until you get to somewhere we can get patched up, we can probably escort you.
He'll slowly begin to get up. He appears heavily pained as he does so, but he just kind of stands.
Yeah, I think Dash had stayed back because initially when he came in, you know, he was told not to touch him by him. So trying to honor that, but now that it seems like we're all like on a you know, on the same page, I think Dash will come over to like sort of support him and say, I'm gonna heal you. It's gonna look weird, but I promise you'll feel better, okay?
Hang on, just one question. How'd you avoid those things?
He just like looks up and down his bloodied clothes and he says, well, I did it.
You're alive. No one else is.
Well, I was on death's door. Probably assumed I was already killed. Truth be told, I don't know. Why, you got a theory?
I'd like to insight.
Yeah. With that check, there is nothing more you can glean than the words that he says.
I bet you hid.
He looks over at you and he's like, yeah, man, whatever.
Being so saucy today, Victor.
Eli will back off. Let Dash do his thing.
While supporting him with one arm, he'll put the other hand like kind of close to the wound, and there will be this sort of strange, like sickly purple energy that comes out of him. But
oh yeah, he squints.
He'll instantly feel better. But as true to Dash's word, it looks weird when he casts it. I'll give him 10.
Okay.
Can I inside check Dash's like magic?
Absolutely. He will look you up and down and say, what was that? Oh, well, there you go.
Wow, that's pretty.
I mean,
It's purple.
all you know is it definitely doesn't look like any, you know, divine magic that you've seen. The only thing that you would probably get from, well, actually, okay, so here, okay. So technically the insight would probably be a no-go. I would give it an either, I guess for this one, yeah, religion. Let's do a religion check, Victor.
Religion? Okay. This is a straight roll.
Yep. Well,
Oh man.
I've given you.
I don't know. It's purple, baby.
Yeah, you are unfamiliar with the magics that Dash is currently casting.
Ah, plum magic.
Straight from Alabaster.
Yeah, alabaster plums.
Delicious.
Wolf will kind of look you up and down and be like, "All right, I'll give you that. I'm definitely feeling better, but."
Dash smiles like a dog.
Wolf,
He looks excited to have helped.
Wolf pats you on the head. No, I'm kidding. Wolf will look over and just kind of give you the up and down and say, "Not familiar with that magic."
To be honest, I don't know much about it myself, but I know it works, so thank you for trusting me.
What does that mean?
Hmm? Are you asking Victor or are you asking Dash?
Dash.
What does what mean?
We don't know how it works.
I don't.
What does that mean?
Seemed pretty straightforward. Sorry.
Special magical boy.
Dash tilts his head like a dog.
I mean, to control
My child's about to walk in again. I wanna die.
Do you want to ask you later?
Really selling me on this whole have a kid
Bye.
thing.
I thought I put
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Sam!
Go
Sam,
enjoy.
come get your kid!
What does that mean? You will see Dash, turn their head and then go silent.
But perhaps mean less company.
Something to address maybe another time. Look, I'll stay here. This, he turns back around to literally watching as Logan continues to snoop the area, going through the boxes, looking around, etc.
You got any? Are there any explosives I found back here? How do they bring the thing down? Like, I got questions. Have I found explosives?
You found a variety of weapons. There would probably be some like simple explosives. Yes.
Fantastic. While they're having their 45-minute conversation, in the background, Logan is just moving back and forth, moving explosives to the stairwell.
He'll
I
turn
feel
around
like-
to see you moving the explosives, and he's like, "What are you doing?"
Well, testing a theory.
That's not gonna be enough. You do realize we set charges all through the stairwell to ensure
Right.
these explosives won't knock it through.
Certainly. Still continues doing it. He's like placing them in. In fact, just to be clear on this, I would like to use my eye for detail.
Okay.
To check hidden objects to see if there's any spots of weakness in this collapsed thing.
Sure.
And to place the explosives there.
Okay. Go ahead and give me that eye of detail.
Yeah, I believe this is perception.
Correct for the eye of detail.
Perception. Wow.
Mhm.
Cool. Good rolls, Jesse.
Angry dice.
Look at those last 4 rolls. We
I
are
know.
bad at this game.
As you kind of scope and look around over at the areas trying to find a point of weakness, after spending some time, unfortunately, the perception roll not really yielding much information. A general look through the stairwell it just shows that it's completely collapsed in. Even if you were able to blow up part of the rubble, it would take a huge amount of explosives to clear it all through. And you're uncertain how far the charges went to block the stairwell. And this was a surefire escape route to make sure no one would follow.
How are those little box things even explosives? Some sort of magic?
Gunpowder.
Science.
Don't worry about it.
What is that?
Don't
Oh
worry
my!
about it.
I'm going to
Logan.
teach you so many things one day, you sweet, sweet boy.
Logan, you're not planning on trying to blow that up, are you?
I mean, I did have a plan.
Well, we're not sure.
Look,
how
I'm very
structures sound.
frustrated. They're explosives.
Wait,
and I
there's
thought,
explosives back here? Holla, that's my shit.
all right, I knew one of you would be in this with me. Come on, let's
No,
set
you
these...
fucking idiot! I exploded myself! Get in here!
We don't.
Are you
need
sure
this
you don't
place-
want to try again?
I'm sure!
Why are you so
You-
desperate? You see Wolf go, why are you so desperately trying to clear that out?
I want to see where it goes.
He's very focused. Don't mind him.
Logan, may I have one of those magical artifacts?
Yeah, well, of course. There's so many. Just come take one. There's bows back here as well. Maces and other weapons. Surely we could use those.
Give the vampire baby a stick of dynamite to suck on.
Yeah, I just I toss you a stick, like an actual stick of dynamite. Just like, here you go.
You're gonna
Oh my
grab it.
God.
He has no idea how to handle this. He just goes, oh,
I get my
and-
fire
and
gun
pop it.
out. I get ready to shoot.
Karis plucks it from Victor's hands.
Ah.
Do not give The ancient man, a stick of dynamite. What is wrong with you? We don't
I'll
need
learn about
anyone
it
blowing up.
somehow.
I assure you, I have done much studying on all sorts of magical artifacts.
It's not magical. Oh my god. Let's focus. Task at hand, please.
My task was to blow this damn hole open, but I see that's not going to happen now.
Okay, I think maybe I should move you somewhere else.
He turns over. He'll turn around over to you before he goes. I can just hide here in the safe house over here. You know how to get in.
Not if they're gonna blow stuff up. Where should
Nobody
you
is
go?
blowing anything up.
And he keeps turning around. He says, "Yeah, I'm still uncertain as to why they're trying to blow things up."
What about that dog? Can't we use its chompers to pick up some of these stones?
I don't understand what you're trying to do.
Logan is an immovable object.
Trying to go in
Yes.
the hole.
He's an unstoppable force trying to go into an immovable object right now.
But
That's
why?
like me and my ex-wife.
I already explained to you that's where Lou escaped.
Wolf, how long has it been since Lou fled?
Whatever the time period was that I gave you guys before.
What is the
So in that
activation?
case, Lou is long gone. It obviously has an exit on the other end. Even if we went through this hole, and even if we could follow it to its end, it would just lead to an exit outside. She's
And
gone.
where is that exit exactly?
Somewhere. Oh,
Well, let's find out.
It's a waste
He
of
like
time.
walks back towards this guy.
This is a
Where-
waste of time, Logan.
Where's the exit to that hole there?
In the mountains to the north. I could
And-
show you if you'd like.
No, I wouldn't like. Thank you. All right, are we done here?
Logan,
Really?
it's been 2 fucking days. She could be at any safe house. She's long fucking gone.
Right, so we don't need to be here anymore. Let's go.
I secretly pocket a stick of dynamite.
Very astute.
Yeah, and where are you gonna go?
All right, where you guys going?
Would it be worth checking in on Helvid, asking questions, seeing if anyone has seen anything?
If that is where they were sending that mantis thing, then perhaps, but how do we know that they won't collaborate with our enemy?
Hellebore, you were gonna check in with your contact, is that correct? Or has that plan changed?
I need to know if we're leaving, because I was under the assumption we were getting out of town, because that's what it sounded like, because our enemy still knows that we're here. But are we sticking around?
Well, it's pretty obvious no matter where we go now, there will be an enemy. Correct?
Yeah, but they think that we're still here. If we can get out of here, we might have a little bit more freedom to do what we might need to do. Get ready, get in contact with other people.
Or
our own
they think
sniffing
we'll go
around.
do that. They think we'll retreat, when really the safest place is to be right here.
I think what's changed right now is that we know that potentially that chi weapon is out and about. If anything's changed, it's that our focus is that.
Well then, that's what
Indeed.
we have to do. We have to stop that.
Well, where should we start looking for it?
Hence why I brought up Helvid. It would either be Helvid or Jotun that it would show up in.
And Helvet they were probably using as the base of operations for the little twat thing they did to us.
Hey, you think we might find a collaborator there that we can interrogate?
I'm gonna be quite honest. I don't think it's safe for us to go and like put our face in any public matter right now. Because one, we just got set up for killing a senator. Two, we don't know who these people look like right now. Three, they could be literally anywhere.
Then what about your contact, Hellebore?
That's to get us out.
So we have no contacts within the city then.
Oh, I do, but I can
But
get
I'm
us
sorry,
out
but
of
what?
here.
You do, but what?
Oh, we don't fucking live here or anything like that. I'm saying I can get us out if we need to leave.
Right, but we don't. So what else can you do?
Not much.
Don't you have that man? The one that worked in the schooling system?
Yeah, and he's not gonna be here for much longer. That's why I'm saying if we need an out and we want to get out, we gotta take that soon because he's not staying here forever.
So you have someone who can help us then?
I have somebody who can get us out, maybe, probably, question mark.
Well then, perhaps you return to the main city. Go home. I mean, it all probably lead back there, right?
I have a feeling that Facade's just gonna follow you no matter where you go, man. Looks at Logan.
Looks at the camera.
I don't know. I don't know if staying here is doing us anything when we could get out and get help from other people elsewhere because we don't have much here currently.
Who do you propose we get help from?
I don't know. I got stuff elsewhere. Not here though because Jotun sucks.
If I was evil, I would drop that giant mantis right on the home city and use it as propaganda. I say we go back there. Have we got anything else left to do here? Or we're going to interrogate some people that sent the Ganymedians, whatever they are, after us? No, we should just leave. Use your contact, get back there, and work out what we do next.
So back to Kathos.
That's what it was. Ah, yes.
Yes.
Kathos. I
So
mean,
back to zeros? Are we good there? Is that a plan? Are we doing that or are we gonna walk towards a mountain with no direction?
That's the only direction we have.
perhaps
Well, shit.
if they've killed a senator, then it's likely that they have another person to replace him. Or at least they have some sort of politician in their pocket. If we keep our eye out for that, maybe we can find out who they're supporting. Capture them. Try and get more information. It seems that everything is going down in Kathos.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's probably... If the senator was from there... Well, the senator's a senator of zeros. Like, they go deep into the government. And we know that they're around here. They got all of the police force around here. That's why I'm saying getting out right now is the best idea. And also, Logan's AFK, so I can't run this plan through him.
He's gonna be gone for a while.
Well, shit.
He says, "Yep, sounds like a good idea."
Why don't?
And then he pats Hellebore on the head and says, "You know what? I've been wrong about you all this time. You're a good boy."
Oh, Logan, you didn't have to give me your gun.
I'm gonna spit this coffee.
Wolf.
Hmm.
Do you have safe houses or any sort of help in Kathos that we could access to contact either you or someone else?
So, since it seems we need information, families operate in different arcs around Io. There's a variety of different families, and we're currently at a very uneasy alliance of mutual assured destruction. I got some contacts. I could reach out to the families over at Kathos. but it will take some time. Maybe get you a contact there. The fact is, what you're saying is true. I have no idea who exactly is compromised. It's going to take some time. But
You just shove your arm down their throat, and if you pull up some wax, that's not a good sign.
I don't think that's going to work too
I don't think
well.
it is either, but I'm very curious to know if it would.
What do you mean exactly by that? What?
Karis shoots Hellebore a look like, yo, we didn't say that though.
What are you talking about?
I don't know, dude. Do I look like a sane individual to you?
No.
That's fair. Out of any of us to have said that out loud.
Look at this dude right here. He poops green shit, points at Pinchy.
You don't need to talk about my defecation habits to strangers.
It comes out of his armpits, man.
Look, if you got a point of contact, I'll see what I can find within Kathos if that's where you're going to end up going. It's going to take some time, though. You're not going to get it right away. Especially if you have a communication device of some kind that I could reach out to you with.
Am I gonna have to buy a burner shard phone? I hate this.
At that point,
Would it be undercover cop procedural if we didn't have burner shard phones?
he will toss you a burner shard phone.
Let's go!
Should have known.
When I make contact, and I will, through that phone only, you need to destroy it immediately after our conversation. So to ensure that nothing's being tracked.
I slide the phone to Eli because I feel like I trust him the most with it. I don't trust me with it.
I'd also recommend some... Sorry, I also recommend we get some code names going.
Oh god, not again!
God damn it.
Karis just looks upset but doesn't say anything.
Oh,
Okay.
hold on. Isn't your name a code name?
You talking
How'd you
about Wolf?
Someone actually named you Wolf?
What?
You poor thing.
If the family's compromised, Wolf is compromised.
That's true.
I call the codename Little Spoon.
Does that make me Big Spoon?
No.
Thank the gods. Look, I don't know. If you get a phone call from someone named Derby, then you'll know it's me.
Understood. That's good enough.
And what's your name gonna be? Is it gonna be Little Spoon? He says, looking over at Hellebore.
I am Little Spoon.
All right, then. If you get a phone call asking for Little Spoon from Derby, you'll know it's me.
God, I like this whole thing where people have just been letting me make up nicknames. This is great. We got Pinchy, we got Little Spoon. I'm having the best day.
I would like to ask for reconsideration of my
Shut
name.
the fuck up, Pinchy.
I appreciate the sass of this one. You shall be spared.
All right, Bill, we've got your little telepathic device. Now, where do we go next?
I gotta go talk to my contact, probably.
Start making our way back to Kathos, I suppose.
I
At least
think
we have a direction now.
so. This place that we're at right now isn't that far from like Jotun Inn City, right?
It's literally the northern part of Jotun. It's the
Okay.
tunnel that goes through, and I'll show you the map there. When you say that, he'll also mention, Wolf will say, so what about the chi weapon, though?
Well, you think it's still here?
I don't know.
If the government has it, they could literally transport that shit wherever they want. I think the best thing we can do is get whatever contacts you still have in the area ready for if something were to happen.
Okay, how about we
He
travel
rubs his
south
temples.
and we head through Hellwind, like Kara suggested. We ask there on our way to Jotun.
Oh,
And then
just so you are aware from the
Helvid's-
map there, Helvid's to the north. The
Oh,
rest of
shit.
Jotun's to the south.
Then we go to Jotun, we ask around there before leaving.
Well, then there's the issue of showing faces. I don't think that's a good idea in general right now, especially since all of the Jotun police force has wanted all of us.
Oh, let them come.
Can we discuss the other problem? And she looks at Pinchy. I think we could
Yes.
probably get away with us not having disguises, at least if we travel quickly. But Pinchy, she
Needs
just
to die.
What?
She grimaces.
You can try, flesh sack. Look, the solution is simple. Anyone we encounter, we murder in cold blood and continue on our
Okay.
way.
That
This
is
is
not
why we don't
Finally,
ask
that
Pinchy
no, it
for
makes
advice.
sense. That's a good point. It would be efficient, and Pinchy, I think you should be in charge.
We're also going to a city. We can't and shouldn't do that. Wolf, do you have cloaks that can cover everything? And she just gestures broadly at Pinchy.
It will toss you several old travelers' cloaks.
Karis will walk over to the table and just like lay them all out in front of Pinchy.
Do I eat this?
No, you wear it. I know you're not a fan of incognito, but
I'm
if you
not a
wanna get
fan
the-
of your cloth. However, we'll try it in your flesh sack way. And then you'll see Pinchy start to grab just the various articles of clothing, tossing it over themselves.
Oh, wait, I have an idea how we can check in on Helvid without actually going to Helvid.
How?
You guys had a contact there. There's a Lamentos contact there. Do you think you could get in contact with him?
I don't think we should.
Wolf says with a sigh. Yeah, that's one of our contacts that has now gone MIA.
Oh, that's sick. Cool.
Wonderful.
Okay, I don't think going to Helvid's a great idea.
Interesting.
Well, look. If you're going to the south, you're going to the south, Jotun, getting out of here. I respect it. I get it. But a good point was brought up. Helvid is under the protection of the Lamento family. And if you guys aren't going there, I understand it. I respect it. But someone has to. And then he starts to moves around a little bit and says, I'll go check the place out. Quietly, subtly. And then I'll reach out to you once I get into some contacts with one of the other families of Kathos. There's 3 of them. So, I'm gonna need some time to do research. One or all of them may be compromised.
Little Spoon will await your call.
Understood.
You want an extra gun? I have an extra gun.
I got plenty of guns, he says,
hell yeah,
just
dude.
quietly. Before he will, he's gonna go back into the area, and you're just gonna hear him start digging stuff around. He'll then also move over into the area where he starts picking up some of the explosives that Logan left behind in that area. And then he'll sigh a little bit, looking around, and be like, if you need any sundries, now would be the time. Because once you leave, this entire place is gonna be blown to kingdom come, showing the hidden room that was discovered.
Ooh, how about you don't do that and everybody waits here while I go talk to my contact and then I come back and get everybody? Can we not blow it up yet?
I mean, it's gonna take some time.
Okay.
So yeah, you could do that. What were you saying, Dodger?
Above board, like, how bad does this group need a long rest? At all?
I only use one spell slot. If this counted as a short rest, I can get that spell slot back too.
Yeah, the only thing I need is key, which is also short rest.
Okay.
We have short rested during this time.
Yeah, can we short rest while Hellebore like talks to Dad?
Yeah, I mean that'll be well within an hour. So the way we'll say it is Hellebore will head into town, and the rest of you will complete a short rest.
Unless that means that Hellebore doesn't get the spell slot back.
It's fine. I only need 2, maybe. I shouldn't be gone for too long.
Do you need backup?
No, I should be okay. Because, I can do the whole thing. I turn into Pinchy. I can do that. It's kind of like what they do. I look at Pinchy as Pinchy. I wink. However, a bug winks.
I should be insulted by this, but your form...
If you say that you're attractive, I'm going to slap you.
No! But you're not as disgusting. Pinchy approves.
I don't like that. I turn back into me.
And he starts to...
Oh god, wait, I should not be the one going to talk to this man. 1 second. He'll like go over to the wall and then he'll smack his head against the wall and then Piper will come out. Ow. Okay. Why did he do that, owie? Okay, so am I going to do this now?
What's his deal? And then comical music plays in the background.
That's Piper.
That's Piper.
Okay, I'm gonna go get screamed at, probably. Now. Oh, wait. Fuck. Shit. Dash arm. Now.
What?
Need your blood.
I'll just come with you.
No! Because then you gotta wear a cloak and all that shit.
I thought you already took his blood.
No, I took his blood when he was 40. I needed to take his blood now that he's 20.
I begged him not to because I had already drank the potion and was gonna have a bad time.
Please.
Yo, Pinchy, you bleed? Wait, no, wait. I take out another vial and hand it to Pinchy. I need you to shit in this.
If you think that vial will hold on to my...
Oh my god. Will it melt through the glass or something?
Probably. Your material is weak.
Okay, never mind then. I'll just use your shit metaphorically instead of literally then.
What? What are you trying to accomplish?
I don't know, dude. That's wicked shit, dude. Literally.
I really wish you would stop talking about this topic.
Okay, arm dash, please, so I can leave.
Dash looks really stubborn.
I'll let you play with the white skull.
I don't think that it's safe for you to go by yourself.
I'll be fine.
I would go, but your form disgusts me.
I don't want you to come with me, Pinchy.
That's
Same
okay, I
reason as
didn't want to
Pinchy.
go either.
What did you just say to me, Victor?
I have the same reason as Pinchy why I'm not going.
Great. I'm really glad that we're back in high school again, guys. Dash, give me your fucking arm!
I'll give you my arm if I can go with you.
Why? I can...
Take him with you.
Oh,
It's
dear.
better to have backup.
Oh, now I'm
Especially
gonna...
right now.
Yes, good. I don't have to smell two
Now I'm
less
gonna have
people
to
of
use
you.
2 spell slots. God damn it. I was gonna
You need-
leave here with invisibility.
You need someone inconspicuous, so take Dash.
I think you should take the loud one. Points to Logan.
No. No. Okay, well, I
Logan's face
can't.
is too well known.
I can't make you invisible while I change my face. So,
We have cloaks, gestures to cloaks that are definitely too small for him.
honey, grabs Dash's face in the nicest way possible. You are a big boy.
Ugh.
You are a big boy.
Here. And Wolf hands his hat over to Dash.
Puts on hat. Gestures like, right? Fixed.
Dear God, we're fucked. Okay, let's go. We're fucked.
Keep your head down and you'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
Oh God, I hate this. I don't want to bring you with me.
I know you don't.
Here. No,
I know you don't.
No,
I
he
know
says
you
that
don't.
in character. You'd be safer here. Please stay.
But then
Dash
you're...
is going. Yeah, if Dash is going, Dash is going. You can't force his character to not do.
I'm trying to convince him.
Yeah. Piper, I just don't think that it's safe for you to go either. If you go by yourself, then you're not safe. If I go, then I'm not safe. I don't...
What about
Fine,
Eli?
Shut up. Come on. Let's go.
I can
Grabs
always
Dash's
take a little
hand.
bit off the top, and you'll see his
No,
little
fuck
mouth
off,
pinchers.
Pinchy. I'm grabbing Dash's hand and I'm leaving.
All right, so you guys are. Who boy tugs at collar.
We're gonna go
Oh,
shopping first. Can we go shopping first, Dash?
I don't think you're gonna make it out of the city.
Dash squints. Were you worried we were gonna get noticed? Why would we go shopping?
Because I can change my face. You can wait outside.
Okay.
fucking God. All right, here we go.
One brain cell.
You want to go to McDonald's?
Oh, you want a pie? I can buy
We
you pie
need to
on
get
the
the
way.
fuck
So
out
bad.
as fast as possible now. But first, you want to go shopping? Mall's right down the street. All right. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I wanted this one. Okay. So, while everyone waits over here in this area. Whoops, my bad. Oh, also, yeah, exhausted Dash, so that's fun. Dash has got those heavy bags under his eyes.
We need to get you a nappy, man.
You look
like a
so-
diaper.
you need some-
I know that's not what you meant. You've just been in England for too long.
Why would you do that? Oh God, I got flashbacks to a comment on one of the YouTube videos. Why would you do that?
Wait,
I know
whoa.
exactly which comment you mean.
Wait, anyways, so
No, I can elaborate if you'd like.
No, I'm good. So
It's not that bad, I promise.
yeah, look,
Not.
it's got enough.
Someone said that our smush name is Diaper, and we both wanted to die.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
not diaper,
For the amount you talk about poop,
dude.
it's accurate.
Yeah. All right, so you guys doing some stealth checks over in the city of Jotun?
Yes, I changed my face.
Yep, I would love to do a stealth check.
All right, let's go ahead and do it. Yeah,
God.
it's I just you got just give me 1 second. I'll make sure your token is changed to reflect it.
Oh, thank you.
It was reflected on the other map, so. Ooh. Stealth check. Police. Everybody roll stealth. Everybody, I mean Piper and Dash. That's pretty bonkers.
1 second. Skills. Oh, stealth. Where is it? Wow.
We're going shopping!
Oh my God.
It's okay, I don't have my face on.
True.
It's not my face that I'm screaming it in.
Uno momento. Hey, there we go. All right, so.
Yeah, advantage, baby.
Time to go to bed. All right, so
And I'm wearing a hat. Do I get? I'm kidding.
Where would you guys be going?
Well, first thing I need to do is I need to find a payphone.
Okay. So you head over to the Shard Spire here, close to the smithies and forges. I'll
Yeah.
do the fun then. Oh yeah, let me pull up your. Oh, let's go ahead and see that wealth. See how everyone's
Okay.
doing on that wealthy wealth.
I need to know how much money I actually have because I might do shopping shit later eventually.
This-
for the poor.
This is what you
And-
currently
okay.
have in your account. Which,
Okay.
by the
okay.
way, smiley face. That is your account, your bank account.
Yeah. I should probably go to an ATM.
And still be tracked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna say. it's
I mean, I'd
probably
rather
tracked.
do it while we're here than in Kathos, though. You know?
Maybe on the
like-
way out.
They think that yeah, I'll go to the ATM when we're like running out of the city. Yeah, that works, yeah.
All right. Dash, you still have some credits on hand from when you guys were,
Dash, can I
Getting-
borrow
getting
your
the-
money?
getting the motel in and all that fun stuff.
I don't want to use my card.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure.
Okay, alright, go to a payphone.
Okay.
And I'm gonna call my mom.
Okay. Beep, boop, boop, beep, beep, boop, beep. Hello,
Hi, Mom.
Piper. How are you, dear?
Not good.
I see. Getting in trouble again?
Not willingly.
Well, look, I can't give you any more money.
No, I don't need money. I don't need money. I have to go see Dad, and I don't think it's gonna end up well, so I was gonna call you to see if you can do some damage control before I go see him.
Right.
You could call him.
Piper, normally I wouldn't use this as advice, but I feel like letting your dad know that you're on your way may do more harm than good.
Well, I mean, just like butter him up. Maybe don't tell him that I'm on my way, but put him in a good mood.
Silence falls over the phone. Right.
Yeah, I know he hasn't been in a good mood in like 13 years. It's fine.
Try 20.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, I'll give him a call, see how he's doing. Keep the conversation brief. I don't know what I can do. Why are you seeing your father, dear?
Oh, emergency.
And you need your father's help.
Yes.
A long pause. It just takes place over the phone before following up. How much trouble are you in?
Worse in prison.
Right. Well, I needed a new phone anyways. Dear, I'm gonna go ahead and hang up now. Not because I don't love you, because I love you dearly, but if you're in the kind of danger that sounds like you're in, then this conversation should probably not be happening.
Yeah.
You understand, don't you?
Yeah, tell Lily I love her.
I will, dear. Just,
Alright.
dear,
Yeah.
you know how your father gets. But you know it's important that you realize he loves you, right?
Yeah, he just needs to do some weed and chill out or something.
Darling,
I
you
know.
tend to go off the deep end. You tend to get a little confrontational. You need to understand that we are all on your side. We are a family. and we will not leave a Hellebore behind. Just keep that in mind when you talk to your father. I know how you get.
Okay.
I have to go.
Okay. Bye-bye, Mom.
Be safe. Don't get any trouble.
I'll try. Beep, beep, beep. Yo, look at that shit. We're so fucked.
What do you mean?
We're so fucked. We're so fucked. If I start crying from him yelling at me, please hug me.
It's gonna be fine, okay?
He's gonna yell. Just hug me if I start crying.
I will. I'll be right there, okay?
Okay. Fucking hell. Okay, we go school now.
All
We
right.
go to school now.
You
Oh,
guys.
wait. Fuck, I should probably. Oh, how am I gonna find him in the school? That's
Just
the
kidding, B.
Maybe I should call. I don't know if I should call him and be like, "Hey, I'm on my way." Yeah. Okay, we'll just go. We'll just go. We'll figure it out when we get there.
Well, I'm not. So if there's something that you'd like to do, this is just me pretending that you're walking down there. If there's something else you'd like to do, please let me know. I don't want to force you into doing something that your character would not be doing.
Oh, I walk into the potion store. I drop 35 credits. I leave.
What? Oh, thank you.
I don't leave my debts unpaid.
Like a true Hellebore.
True. I gotta give Eli 50 credits still. Fuck.
All right. So you say you pay 35 credits.
Yeah.
Do you do that with your
Dash, can I borrow money?
account? Sorry.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
I promise I'll pay you back.
Pays off one debt, gets into debt with someone
I'd
else.
rather be in debt with a friend though. I'd rather be in friend debt.
Friend debt. Okay.
Dash
Okay.
will literally forget you owe him money by the end of the day. It's fine.
All right. You arrive over at the Beardthorn Academy, Academia of Jotun. The
Alright,
gates
dude, I
are
need you
currently
to-
open. Yes.
Oh, I was gonna talk to Dash.
Yeah.
Alright, dude.
You're in front of the front gates.
I need you to pump me up. We're team bad dads, right? We're team daddy issues. I need you to pump me up.
Okay. He'll
I can't have a breakdown the second I see him, dude.
he'll like squeeze Piper's shoulders and kind of like squat down a little bit so they're at eye level. Everything's gonna be fine, okay? We're adults now. We've, well.
I don't feel like an adult when you squat down like that. I'm gonna be honest,
Okay,
dude.
never mind. Stands up again. Look, we're in a lot of. We need help, and you know, if he's gonna help us, he's gonna help us, and if he's not, then we just move on, okay?
Also,
Can I get a persuasion check from Dash? This doesn't affect what you say, just your general exhausted demeanor.
A nat 20.
Ooh. At disadvantage because you are exhausted.
Son
so that's
of
an
a
8.
bitch.
Yeah, I know. Asshole DM. But yeah, so as you look over, Piper, as you're staring at Dash, just those bags under his eyes. He looks
the second we get out of here, I'm casting sleep on you. I'm letting you know that. I'm casting sleep on you.
No, it's okay. I'm good.
Yeah, okay, dude.
No.
Do you
listen.
want to like grind a caffeine pill in the back of your teeth or something?
No, it's fine. Look.
sorry.
Rubs his eyes. No, it's fine. I'm here to support you, okay? So whatever you need from me, just let me know, okay? And I'll do my best.
Okay. I'm gonna.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go. Let's get this over with. I'm gonna go in and like disguise myself as like kind of wearing the uniforms they have here, assuming they wear uniforms.
Dodger?
Huh?
Do you students of your academy, of Aelus's academy, wear uniforms?
Not originally, definitely not. But probably over time they did, yeah.
All right,
I would
all
say
right.
at this point they probably do.
All right, excellent. Yeah, so you would adorn one of the uniforms of the academia.
All right, I'm gonna try to scout out where this man might fucking be, if I can like listen in on stuff, or like if he's having a
let's do an investigation
seminar.
check. As you guys are
Alright.
walking over to the through the gardens, you will see students walking by you. All of them respectfully nodding towards Dash, who's clearly an instructor here. Look at that giant behemoth of a guy.
Hell yeah.
Everybody's really nice here.
Pat.
Sir.
Pat's his arm. Pat's my man's arm. It looks like I'm being escorted to detention right now.
Yeah. So, yeah, someone in the chat said as tired as a teacher too. It really adds on to the, the teacher
It
disguise.
does, yeah.
Yeah, so some subtle questions here and there. You discover that an office has been given to Dr. Ignatius Hellebore for him to work out of when he's not doing seminars.
Oh, let's go fucking knock on that.
As you arrive over to the guest office, you kind of see it a little out of the way from everything else. You see the doors already ajar open. Do you knock?
I knock and then like peep my head in.
Yes, come in.
Is there anybody else in here?
As you look in, Ignatius seems to be scribbling something upon a journal in the desk, and he's got his head down.
Hello, Mr. Ignatius. We have some questions.
Yes, I could go ahead. And as he looks up, he immediately sees your face.
It's not his face, but he'll like flash it for a second.
Yes, come in. Close the door.
Get in. I usher Dash
Comes in.
Oh,
the
moment Dash rushes in, he just has this like what the fuck look on his face upon
I lock the
Dash.
door.
Hi, sir. Sorry. Points to
No. I cover Dash's mouth.
So while you say,
sorry.
while you say sorry, sir, Ignatius literally steps up from the chair and he's like, sit down, both of you.
Sits.
I'd like to cast
Dash
a message.
immediately sits.
Yeah.
I want to cast a message on my dad. Is this room bugged?
And then he casts a message back to you and he's like, come on. It's like,
I'm covering my bases here. I make sure this door is locked and then I go sit down.
you will see that he, do me an insight check, Hellebore.
Wow.
Yes. He has it.
Look at these rolls.
So his expression is that of surprise with a tinge of relief before he actually just kind of, he takes a deep sigh and then he just kind of looks back at you, sitting back down into the chair. And then he just goes, what did you do?
We're gonna get into that in a second. It's not necessarily what I did, it's what we were set up to do, but I'll get into that in a second. We got some trust issues right now, so like, can I ask you a question to make sure that you are you?
To make sure that I am me.
Yeah,
For who I am.
just to make sure that you're my dad. Listen, there's been a lot of weird espionage shit going on. I just want to make sure.
He will, this is gonna sound weird. He's gonna go ahead and pull at his glove that he's wearing, and he's gonna show his hand, and kind of like a chameleon, you'll see it flash his changeling shape before it reverts back. He goes back and forth with the hand just to show who he is.
Okay. Also, Dash, by the way, I don't think you even knew that about my dad.
So the moment you say that, you go. So the moment you say that, and you go, oh, by the way, Dash, and he goes, He holds his hand out.
Okay.
And then he looks over at Dash and he says, you didn't see anything. You've been sitting here the entire time, casting suggestion upon Dash.
I love my dad.
Okay.
I love my dad.
Is there any way to resist that?
There is. It'll be a wisdom saving throw.
Chat thought they knew everything about my family. No, you don't.
Yeah, you immediately, nothing happened. Like, he just goes, It's a flash of the light. You didn't see anything. The wisdom save failed.
I think one of your lights is bugging.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and get it fixed. No, Piper.
Okay, I'm gonna start this off.
Sorry, I just knew for a fact he would absolutely fucking do that. Here we go, and then just Jedi mind tricks Dash.
I love it. Okay, so I'm gonna start this off with just a question, just to gauge your knowledge on what you know, or anything like. Did you do any dealings with the Lamentos family here?
Did not need to. No.
Okay, well, a lot of them are dead now, so that's cool.
Why do you know this, Piper?
Well, do you know?
No. He stands up immediately. He interrupts you.
I'm gonna get into it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get into it.
As you raise your voice, he raises his voice back. He's like, "No, stop. I don't want to hear it. I don't want your story right now. How do you know that a gang family is mostly dead?"
Well, one, Lou really liked me.
How do you know one of the leaders of the lament? Oh, and he sits back down, and his head is just leaning against the desk, and then he looks over at you, and he just says, "Piper, it is very important that you are as direct with me as possible. I don't want a story. I want facts. What is going on?"
All right, so it all started when I was in prison. This is necessary. He tells him everything. Literally everything. He leaves out the "I killed people on a flight here." He leaves that part out. He makes sure, he does make sure to include the part where Logan tried to sell him. He wants to really put emphasis on the part where Logan tried to sell him. He name drops everyone. He's like, Logan, Officer Kara's, fucking the toy maker, Victor Von Dickface, and then I point at Dash.
Insight check, please.
I'll do an insight check.
Damn, I'm rolling hot today.
God, seriously, I love
20,
it.
20, 21.
You'll notice his pupils kind of dilate a little bit when you say Officer Karras, but he does a very good job to hide it, like essentially a poker face, but you can tell when there's something he knows.
I note that in my brain hole.
Right,
But
so
yeah, I tell him everything, and then it's like, and then so there's aliens in the government. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So yeah, just absolutely tells him everything, including the, hey, we went to the Lamentos to be like, yo, what the fuck? Why did we get sent there?
Right. Very well. And you've gotten involved in all of this, clearly. Why wouldn't you have?
I mean, I didn't mean to. I thought it was field trip.
That was my fault, sir.
No, don't you blame yourself, honey. Blame Logan. Blame Logan.
It was neither of your fault. You shouldn't be involved in whatever this is.
Also, right. A Pinchy?
What's a Pinchy?
I turn into Pinchy. I turn back into me.
Oh, good. You're friends with the Chi. Great. All right. Very well. Okay. Now, normally this is where I would simply tell you that you have once again gotten yourself in a world of trouble. However, for one of the first few times ever, you seem to have been dragged in something that honestly sounds like you should have no involvement with. So, you've come for assistance? Help? Yes?
Maybe get out of town.
Yes,
he starts biting his nails.
Yes, I was about to suggest the same thing. All right, then. Here's what we're going to do. Dash, I'm going to send you back to Alabasta. I'm sure your father is worried sick about you. And Piper. Oh yeah, continue. While he's talking, you get it.
Dash would immediately be like, "No, sir, that's not an option for me."
Right. Okay, fine. Probably best if you did this together. I know a little spot in a tropa where you can hide out. It's going to be some time, especially if there's been some sort of government infiltration. Probably be a coup of some kind. Probably be little bit of a rebellion, probably a civil war. These things will probably take 5-10 years at most. You can...
Sir?
Yes, Dash.
Sorry, maybe you misunderstood here, but
Looks at Piper.
we intend to keep investigating this.
Right. Because it's the right thing to do, I'm assuming. You were raised in such a pious environment, so it's only natural.
This has nothing to do with how I was raised. There are a lot of really good people who are being hurt right now, and we're in the middle of it. We can't just leave.
He thinks for a moment. And, Piper,
Yeah.
are you interested in these heroics?
Why let something be when you know that you can help? I learned that from you. Points at Dash. And then points at him.
Right. And he kind of puts his hands together. What you're doing is admirable. That's not something that I am debating, nor am I saying that you shouldn't be doing the right thing. However, wanting to do the right thing and actually being able to do the right thing are two completely separate things. If the government, the Ionian Senate, has been infiltrated, and while I truly believe that you two will probably grow up to do great and wonderful things if one of you would stop being so damn impulsive, he says, looking straight at Piper.
Charles.
I don't see how you are going to be able to accomplish this, boys, without getting both of you killed. And a hero's death, well, is all well and good for the stories. But don't you think there could be more you can do alive in the long term? I'm sorry, this sounds way above what you two would be capable of doing.
I mean,
But it's not just us, though.
Right. The other prot, Karis, and the other convicts.
oh, you got Logan.
I don't know what Mr. Horn would be able to accomplish at this point. And he will, at that point, turn over to an old radio. And he says, this has been playing for the past day now. And then you're going to hear, as he turns on the radio, a small, apparently a radio show talking about Logan. And this is what you hear. In other news, we got a real spicy one. Chat, you know I love my good prot gone bad stories. Well, we got a real doozy. Suppose legendary detective Logan Horn on the hook for murder? If the name isn't familiar, well, I had to look it up too. It was a big deal back in the old days when prots were respected, you know? Well, folks may not remember the facade killings from decades ago, but Mr. Horn was paramount, and I do mean paramount, and absolutely flubbing it up. They say facade is out there today, because of the incompetence of the Prot Force over at Kathos. Probably why Senator Thalin Deberos was ready to slash the Prot budget, and we like that. I mean, less tax money spent on an overinflated Prot Force who's doing nothing. Why are we talking about budgetary concerns on the bounty board, Del? Well, Chet, it's because Senator Thalin Deberos canned Logan Horde, and what happens next? Well, the good senator has gone missing. Ho, ho, ho. Precisely, Chet, and it's currently theorized that in cases like this, the good senator, if he's ever found at all, may be just a corpse. And Logan is suspect number 1, along with a team of prots. And get this, Underworld, folks, he released from jail. That's gotta be a kicker. Story's getting better all the time, Del. I know. Hey, Logan, if you get canned from your job, you don't murder the guy that canned you. I mean, come on. Anyway, seems the Zero's Prot Force has put up a 10,000 credit bounty for the capture of Logan Horn. That's a lot of plastic. It is, Chet, it is. But I have it on good authority that Logan Horn, well, probably won't be going down without a fight. We got a dead or alive? We got a dead or alive, Chet. So here's the dealio, bounty hunters. Logan Horn, alive, 10,000 credit. Dead, 5,000 credit. Not bad. Not bad at all, Chet. Hey, we'll be right back from a word from our sponsors at Zion Pharmaceuticals. Not feeling like yourself? That's age, dummy! Get some of Zion's new enhancers and
Okay, you can turn it off! I don't want to hear Zion Corp shit!
We're in the business of a better life.
Now we can turn it off?
You're not here.
You're not here.
He says 8 blocks away.
As soon as he starts hearing the Zion Corp ad, I don't want to hear that shit! Turn it off!
Yeah, seems to be sponsored. But what I'm trying to tell you is there's already a bounty on Logan. If you're going to go back to Kathos and try to investigate this, you're going to have to go through a lot. Yeah. But what I'm trying to tell you, or try to express, what is the plan, Piper? What are you going to do? It sounds like the plot is in full swing, or has already happened. What do you hope to accomplish with this? Did you even think it through?
Plan of right now is to just get out of Joetin and then do some recon. If they're in the government, the most prevalent place they're gonna be in is in Kathos, and if you want to, get info on who they might be placed as or what they might be doing, the best place to get that information is gonna be Kathos.
Right. But after you gather the recon, what then? You're going to march on to the Senate? Try and figure out how these entities have infiltrated? Boys, I understand the zeal. I understand the heroics. But let me express something to you that I understand you don't read too often in stories and tales of wonder. These things unfortunately happen. Lives are lost, governments switch hands. But if there's one important thing you should know about us, about the mortal races, about Ionians, is that in the end, we will survive. So whether you go in for some glorious sacrifice in the hopes to stop something that may have already happened, it won't be like this forever. The people will rise up, they will stop whatever evil is attempting to infiltrate their government, and we will survive. What I would request and recommend is that you two stay low. Your time is done. The story's over. I'll send you someplace safe where you will live your lives comfortably while we wait for this all to blow over. And when it is safe, I can get you. Please. Please, he says. And then,
I know I did not just hear from the doctor that people will die Just so casually.
So, I know that you're saying this because you care about Piper a lot, and I owe you everything. I don't mean for it to seem like I'm trying to throw my life away when you gave me so many years that I wouldn't have had, but we want to help people now, not wait.
He'll look over at Piper.
We talked to Pinchy. It's not gonna just happen like you think it is, that people will overcome this. Not from everything that we've heard from him. His people have actual experience with these aliens from Ganymede. He also shits out his armpits.
It's a common chi physiology.
How do you know? What the?
Neither here nor there.
What?
Listen, and he'll look over at you. You're insistent, aren't you?
Yep. I got a hard head. Guess where I got that from?
He'll sigh, and he'll just say, "It doesn't matter what I do. You've made your mind up, and even if I send you away, you'll probably find some other way to return to Kathos, putting yourself in more danger." I don't see any other choice. Harry, and he just rubs his eyes together.
Don't we have a safe house? I thought we did.
Well, safe house aside, you're not going to stay there forever, now are you?
Yeah.
Before we do any of this, you and I need to have a talk, Piper.
He makes that sound.
We need to have a private, one-on-one conversation.
Okay.
Dash will look at Piper for. He'll reach over and like take his hand.
Do you want me to go?
Yeah, just.
Oh, no, Dash, you can stay for this.
Oh.
And he looks back to Piper.
He just says, oh. You said one-on-one, so I thought it was gonna be one-on-one, okay.
The family can stay here.
Oh, okay.
Dash tries not to look like emotional about that.
Dash, you may want to cover your ears. It's about to get a little loud. Piper.
Sir, please don't yell at him.
And then he just clutches his fist and slams them on the desk. And he says, "Why did you try to grave rob an ancient archmagister that was quite literally the founding member of this school?"
Okay, well, I had an idea for a golem, and I was like, wow, that hand could be great, and those could be some great parts. And then I went there, and then there were alarms, and I was like, I can get out before the alarms go off. And then I opened the tomb, and there was no
body. He interrupts you. He immediately interrupts you as he slams down, and he says, For what? What were you hoping to gain from this?
I don't know. I wanted to make it superhuman.
You may know I want to make a superhuman.
I don't know. I thought it would be cool. I
Well,
could
you
put together a bunch of corpses of dead heroes and shit.
You obviously don't steal the body of someone that's so high profile. That's
I
your
had a
problem,
job there.
Piper.
I was like, oh yeah, this is the best guys. I'm gonna be a teacher at the academy. JK, I'm stealing your body and dipping, and the body wasn't even there. Only fucking Nigel was there.
Piper. You will understand why I'm hesitant about you marching off to Kathos. Oh, you've got to do things with such flair. It needs to be unique and important and special. Because you're Piper Hellebore. You need to make a mark on things. Why do you think we've moved around so much, Piper? Because we are trying to be subtle. The only reason why I helped him, and then he points to Dash, and then looks over at you, because I got involved. Because I let my emotions get in the way of what was important. And we had to leave, didn't we, Piper? We had to change our entire lives around. This cascade sets aside these events that forever changed the Hellebore clan. Do you understand? Your actions have consequences. You need to do things subtly.
He flinches for a second. Okay. Just that very, very, I got yelled at, head down.
And then as he's just looking over at you, he sees you quiet, and then he just pauses, takes a deep breath, and then just sits back down. I guess he was expecting more of an argument, and the fact that you just shut down immediately, he just goes, it's... Piper, I don't know what you think of me. You could hate me for all I care. But I want you to know, maybe I don't say it enough, but the reason why I feel these things, the reason why you get me so heated, is because one day I fear you're going to blow yourself up again and not be able to put yourself back together. You're my boy, Piper. I don't want to lose you. Do you understand?
Another flinch at that.
And then he looks over at Dash. What's Dash's expression?
Dash was asked before they walked in to be emotional support for Piper. So he's he's there. He's rock solid.
Piper wasn't the only reason why I helped you out, boy. I really don't like your father.
That's okay. He's kind of an asshole, so.
That he is. What a piece of shit. Anyways. And he just smirks a little bit when he says that.
Sir, he'll glance at Piper. I don't plan on leaving his side. I'm gonna keep him safe. I promise.
It provides me little comfort. But I know you'll fight to your last breath. I just hope it doesn't come to that. All right, Piper. Once again, you get your way. I have some contacts that will be able to smuggle you out of town. And if Kathos is truly where you need to go, well, you're an adult. You can make your own decisions, and I suppose the cause is just. But listen to me. Piper, look at me.
He'll look up.
Now's not the time to clam up. You're going to save this government, right?
I'm trying to think of what he'd say.
Mm-hmm. Take your time. As a DM, RP is hard. I get it.
I think just a very stern looking yep, like there's determination behind that yep.
Mm-hmm. Then I need you to... He hesitates to say it, but he knows what needs to be said. That I need you to be more like Piper and less like Hellebore. Do you understand?
You gotta tell the other one that, not me, dude.
Well, maybe keep the other one more suppressed. I don't know.
He's the only one that can come in and out as he pleases. I can't do that. I only get put in when he pushes me in.
Do we need to do something about that?
I don't know, maybe you should have memory wiped me like I asked.
Hey!
Maybe I wouldn't have so much brain trauma.
Hey! Consequences of your own actions, Piper. Anyways. This is useless.
Oh, wait, I have some gifts for you. He pulls a vial out of his bag and slides it over to his dad.
He looks at it like with an eyebrow raised. What is this supposed to be?
GYM serum, 40 years. Dash got cursed. I took a blood sample before I reversed it. Make sure he's not gonna die from you poisoning him or something in 20 more years.
Uh-huh.
I also thought you could, I don't know, use a sample? You haven't made any more of it.
And what is this supposed to be? He holds the blood up.
I don't know, I just thought you could use it. Might be interested.
Are you giving it to him as a gift or as sort of like a trade of service?
It's kind of like a gift, but also like I know that I'm like being a lot right now, and this is kind of a, hey, I thought about you, so I did this thing.
So he looks at it, looks over at you, and you see a forced smile before he just kind of puts the sample down and says, very considerate. And you, how have you been doing? You look exhausted. This looks at Dash.
I had a rough night. Like, his face will scrunch up a bit.
There's still side effects from the potion I gave him to de-age him.
Right. So, we've got Logan on the Proth's force. And then we have Karis, was it?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about her.
Oh,
Gestures to Dash. You know her more than I do.
I mean, she's been there for a long time. She's honestly amazing. She's rock solid. Why? What do you want to know about her?
Just want to know the group of heroes that's going to save the world, that's all. Especially if you're going to be journeying with them to try and solve this crisis.
If you're asking if we can trust her, I absolutely trust her.
How long have you known her?
A few months.
And you automatically trust her like that?
We've worked together a lot. I have no reason not to trust her.
Anything...
Can I roll insight?
Yeah, absolutely.
I roll insight too.
Yeah.
Oh, there's my low roll.
Is this at disadvantage?
Unfortunately, yes.
How do I do disadvantage on this?
Control click. All right.
12.
So, with the 12, this definitely feels like an inquiry. Do you feel like there might be something more behind it? But also, it would make sense that he'd be asking you all these questions, considering the fact that you're quite literally about to adventure out.
Right.
So he'll think to himself a bit before looking up and And just be like, and it's just like, right, so nothing unusual with anyone in particular? Have you noticed anything strange at all? You yourself said there was an infiltration of shapeshifters. How well do you know these people?
Victor's kind of gross. He's like Lily, a leech.
Piper.
What?
Stop that.
He's a bloodsucker, literally.
Victor makes me the most nervous, if I'm being honest. But in terms of what he wants to accomplish, I think he wants the same thing as us. It's just, you know, I don't think that he's necessarily loyal to us or to the group in general.
Sometimes aligned objectives are just as good as trusted friends. But it is important that once your objectives are satisfied, that you release at that point. Don't stick around longer than you have to. But if he has a use, then so be it. All right. Look. Once it's nightfall, go ahead and head over to the starport. There, you'll be greeted by a ship. Not a flying one, a seafaring one. It will have 3 green containers on top of it. I need you to go on aboard that ship the moment night falls. And you're going to go inside container 6237.
Writes this down.
Yeah, seriously.
Mental note.
Once you go inside that container, it is important that you stay in there and that you stay quiet for at least 4 hours. From there, you are free to depart from the container. You will be on sea. There will be other people aboard the ship, obviously operating it. You will not speak with them. Do you understand, Piper?
Yes.
You will not speak with them.
Yes.
They're paid good credits to not ask any questions. From there... Oh, yeah, go on.
If Dash started to talk and then he started to talk again, Dash would just stop talking.
Oh, yeah. Oh, actually, from there... they will go to port of a sea barge. That will have a small shard ship. It should be able to fit the 6 of you, but it's going to be a little uncomfortable for a while. You will not speak with the pilot. The ship will already be open. You will go within to the storage container area. You will stay there. You will sit. You will be quiet. You will not speak. And they will fly you to a undisclosed area of Kathos.
Okay.
It'll probably be, he's thinking to himself, he'll pull out one of the maps, but hasn't seen a lot of heat for some while. Ugh. It probably would be best. We're gonna fly over to Clayberry. Not my most favorite of locations, considering
Clayberry.
you don't have the luxury of choice, I'm afraid. Piper.
Yeah, it smells fucking void fumes. Ugh.
Fine, Piper.
You think the stench is from the void fumes? It's probably from the Xeon Corporation.
Probably.
You'll fly there. It's been quiet from my understanding. But that it can change in a dime, so it's very important that you still keep your head down. You're probably going to be surrounded by a lot of lowlifes. That's okay. These are people that prots don't necessarily look for, and from my understanding, the prots at Clayberry are easily bribed if you need to fatten one's pocket with credits.
Can't use my card though.
Right. About that. He will open up his drawer and pull out what appears to be a small, like a small doctor's kit.
Mm-hmm.
He lifts it up and he puts it down. And he says, "I'm sorry, but whatever credits you have on hand, I would recommend not accessing now, because that will more likely be tracked by the prot. If you make a withdrawal, they'll probably find out."
I thought about doing a withdrawal before we left, so they thought we were still in the city.
I would recommend against that.
Got it.
Probably best not to leave breadcrumbs.
Okay.
And then looks over and says, "Dash, do you have any credits on you?"
Yeah, a few.
I would throw it in the satchel. And then he opens the satchel up and you just see it filled with credits.
God, I love my family.
You can never be too certain when you have to escape in a hurry. Looks at Piper.
Yeah.
This is my escape bag, but it seems you don't need it more than me.
Thank you, sir.
There's 1,000 credits within. That should get you the things that you may need once you arrive at Clayberry. As far as finding more credits, you're gonna have to be a bit resourceful for that. Odd jobs, anything like that. But whatever you do, do not access your bank accounts.
Got it.
He closes the bag and puts it there. Now, is there anything else you'll need? This will be the last time we'll be in contact for quite some time.
I got a question. What day's the wedding? I'm not going. I promise I'm not going.
He
What day's the wedding?
leers at you and he
What
goes...
day is it? I'm gonna buy a burner phone. I at least want to call my sister on her wedding.
Piper, I don't know if there will even be a wedding. There's some investigation I have to do.
Thank God, I don't want to be his brother. Points at Dash. I don't want to be his brother.
Piper, calm down. And he just kind of grumbles to himself before he says, "I'm uncertain if both parties wanted the wedding. I suspect foul play from your sister."
Why?
Dash looks surprised.
Is her being petty again?
I was gonna say Cooper was acting weird. I
knew she dated some of my exes, but come on!
When did you see Cooper?
Oh, I mean, I've spent a lot of time with Cooper the last few years, but he was in town right before we left, and he called us when we were on the road. It seemed like he was trying to figure out where we were.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna... Dad, there's something weird going on. So... Dash, you said that Cooper knew that I was in jail and that it would do him good to get me out of jail or something like that?
Yeah, when we heard about the wedding, we assumed it was because of Lily, but
then when we called Mom said her and Lily didn't ask Cooper to get me out of jail, so...
Right. I suspect your sister may have something in play with that.
Ah, damn it, Lily!
When she wants something.
What does she want, though? I know I ruined her heels. And I, made her accidentally commit blasphemy. But,
He rolls his eyes a little bit and
this
says,
is fucking emo god. Nobody actually cares.
if I were to suspect, Lily probably wants to be a blushing bride or something. Look, if anything, I'm pretty certain that your brother is probably under a very powerful enchantment by...
What?
Oh no, she didn't do the damn pure magic, did she?
Well, that is why I need to investigate.
Oh,
So...
I'm sorry, Dash. My sister's crazy. You remember.
This whole time we thought that Cooper was... But it might have actually been Lily?
You remember how she was. She's very... I want the attention all the time.
He holds up his hand and said it'll be taken care of, and I would appreciate that if both of you kept that to yourself. The last thing we need is more attention and, well, enchanting the son of a very powerful cult. Oh, sorry, Dash. Religious, he puts that in air quotes, leader.
It's a cult.
It's a cult, he says.
It's a cult. It's a cult.
Was probably not the attention we need right now. I'll take care of this. Just... you do what you need to do. But... do so... with caution. Once you get on that boat, there will be no more contact from me.
Got it.
The next time we meet face to face, well, what's done will be done.
Okay. Also, Eugene says hi. Eugene pops out of his pocket and jumps on the desk.
He looks over at the hand, and he's just like, yes.
He's been a bad babysitter.
Yes. Another one of your... just...
You can blame Mom for teaching me that. I'm just saying.
Anyways. Is there anything else that you require from me?
Looks at Piper.
Not for me.
Great. He pushes the bag aside. Well then, safe travels. Good luck. Don't die. And then he looks back at the desk and begins continuing to write, assuming the conversation is over.
He will get up to leave.
Dash will get up and hold out his hand for a handshake.
He looks up. Oh.
Sir, I never got to thank you when I was younger, so, thank you for everything.
He kind of like shakes his head as he goes for the hand while Piper leaves.
I'm not leaving yet. I'm just kind of like at the door waiting for Dash.
And he'll just go, you have nothing to thank. You were a boy.
I know, I just, I mean, this isn't what we're doing, at least for me. It has nothing to do with anything pious. It's not for a god. I just want to help people. I can't help people if we're in hiding, sir.
He smiles and he'll just say, I am uncertain where you got this from. Surely it wasn't your family. But you are truly a selfless Whiskers.
Yeah, he's a good boy.
Dash will smile a little.
Maybe
Thank
some
you,
hope
sir.
for your surname after all. Good luck, son.
He'll nod and give him one last shake and then turn to leave with Piper.
Piper will usher Dash out before him, and when Dash is out of the room, he'll, like, look back at his dad and say one last thing.
His head's down as he's scribbling on a journal.
I don't hate you, by the way. I want you to know that.
He doesn't turn his head up.
I just wish that maybe you and Evangeline had your own kids instead of taking somebody else's. And then he'll head out.
He'll, yeah, as you say that, he pauses before he kind of like puts the pen down. And he thinks quietly to himself as you depart. And he gets up as if he's to walk over.
He'll stop.
No, but you're
Oh yeah, we're gone. Okay, we're gone.
Yeah, you're already gone. He stands and walks over to the door, and he opens up a little bit, almost with this expression as if there was something he wanted to tell Piper. And he'll just sigh. And then he'll just return back to his office, thinking it's better left unsaid before he returns back to his desk. And that is where we will wrap up today's session of Deadbeats. Thank you guys so much for playing.
We gotta get out of the city, dude.
Oof.
Very good.
Good RP sesh, good RP sesh.
Good.
To Clayberry.
Off to Clayberry.
Yes, thank you.
Where
I
Shirley...
thought that was great. Good job, you two.
Uh-huh.
I
some
loved
good RP.
hearing the radio about Jesse. That was
Yeah. I liked seeing Jesse in chat like, what the fuck?
Motherfucker.
I came back to that. I was like, what the fuck is this? I was very upset. At first I was like, what is happening right? And then I realized it was recording. I was like, oh, all right. That's fine.
All right, that's
you're on the
fine.
news.
I'll allow it. Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad you'll allow it.
I almost stopped everything. I was like, Dad, I saw that body. I saw that body.
All right, so next session, you guys will be so just to figure out what your plan is for next session, just so I can plan accordingly. Are you staying in Jotun to figure out more of the chi weapon, or are you departing the Starseed port heading to Clayberry?
Didn't Dean say he was gonna go investigate and he would be in
Ian's
contact with
going
us?
to Helvid, specifically Helvid, nothing about Jotun.
Yeah, that's gonna be some time. That's gonna probably be a few days before
If we think the weapon is in Joan, I think we should stay in Joan for a little bit first to find the weapon.
We have no idea where it is, though. Is the issue?
Well,
like,
that's
it could
what
be
that.
Anywhere.
Well, that's what Wolf's gonna figure out, if the weapon is even still on this in this region. So it's Jotun, and the north of Jotun is Prialor, where got all these regions now. It's like this is an actual world or something. Where
Calm
Helvid
down.
Where Helvid is located. I won't calm down, Jesse.
Calm down,
You
man.
calm down. But yes, he'll go over to Helvid and just figure out some information. But the travel to Helvid, along with actually finding stuff with the limited resources that he has, all while keeping things quiet, will take some time. So it probably will be a week to 2 weeks before any information can be given. So if you are staying a week to 2 weeks, I can, when we begin the next session, we can do a brief recap of what you guys do during those 2 weeks with the results of the investigation. Or you can depart right away heading for Clayberry, in which case the session will begin. We'll do a brief recap of the smuggling, what you guys will be doing, and then we'll start the next session at Clayberry. So, with that info, what are you guys doing? Are you waiting a couple of weeks to see if the weapon is still here? Or are you departing immediately to Clayberry? The more time passes, the more things will be a little more challenging for you guys, just because news will begin to spread, checks will be a little more difficult to hide yourself, etc., etc.
Well, then that sounds like we should probably try and, like, take a glance around Jotun before we, before the heat gets really bad, right?
Okay.
Because once we go to Clayberry, I mean, everybody can feel free to say their thoughts, but when we go to Clayberry, the idea is that the prot influence, so to speak, is like not nearly as strong there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if over time it's going to get worse, then we would need to check out Jotun now, right?
I agree with that.
If you'd like to. Well, and that's what I'm saying is it will take a couple. So if you're exploring Jotun to like get some stuff or supplies or whatever with the credits that you gained, you can do that. Pre-Allure to the north, where Helvet is, and theoretically where this bioweapon may be, Wolf is going to head to the north to Helvet to look and investigate, but it's going to be a couple of weeks before he does that. Now, if you guys go to Helvid to help with that, obviously that'll take less time. But again, pretty much we are now at a point with this party where everything has its consequences, everything has its own benefit. We are no longer in the realm of what's the correct answer and what is not the correct answer. Everything will have its own challenges and its own consequences to overcome when it comes to failing. So, yeah. So I suppose the splitting point, unless there's something else that you guys have, would be you can wait in hiding, which will be a couple of weeks, so that Wolf will reach out to you. You can join the search for the bioweapon, which means you guys will find out your answer in less time. But of course, that means being out and about, which has its own dangers. Or you depart immediately for Clayberry. Just so, does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll just kind of go down the list just so I know what we're doing next time. Dodger, what are you thinking?
I think we should, if Clayberry is just kind of like an option for a bit here, then I would say do Jotun first.
Yeah. Clayberry is in Kathos, which means you'll be going on the other side of the world, which means coming back here is not going to be a thing. And when you say Jotun first, you mean like Helvid and Pre-Allure looking for the bioweapon?
I guess I just mean generally, if we're gonna look around Jotun to get a sense of whether or not this weapon is around or whatever.
Gotcha.
Then we need to do that first, I think.
Okay. The weapon would be in Pre-Allure north of Jotun, just FYI. So Jotun is like this big, huge city. That's Jotun. Jotun's like the city and the region as well. And the north is Pre-Allure. So I just wanted to make sure I wasn't misleading or
We'd
making
have to
things
like
confusing.
travel and
Right.
go up north.
Yeah, you have to travel north to look for the weapon. But you would still be in Southern Ishtar for a period of time. Is that what you're saying, Dodger?
Yeah. Did we feel like, or were we told that we only have this option to Clayberry if we go now? Or is the idea that like...
You can go to Clayberry whenever, it's just as time passes, especially when it comes to Jotun.
It'll be harder to pull it off.
The heat's going to get a little hotter the longer you stay in Jotun, because this is where you're essentially in ground zero of... hey, there's criminals about. So, yeah. So as news spreads, it'll be more and more challenging to remain hidden in Jotun. Not impossible, but it will become more difficult while you stay here. But you can do like you could probably spend like a couple of weeks or a month here, within relative like danger means. So. But you're saying that stay here, kind of investigate, and then go to Clayberry afterwards?
Yeah.
Okay. Jesse, what are you thinking?
I have no clue, my man. I guess the question becomes if based on the news report, wherever I go, I'm being hunted, right?
If it once the bounty spreads, or if the bounty gets bigger, then yes.
Well, I guess. All right. So never mind.
No, I mean,
in character, has anyone told me that that has occurred?
We just found it out. So when we come back, we'll tell you. Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, if there's any confusion or anything you would like me to resolve, maybe I didn't explain things in a correct way that may have led to some confusion, I would be more than happy to re-explain it.
Since I was gone for a bit there,
Yes.
What was I, or I guess the group that I am a part of on the screen, what were we doing while we were waiting for those two?
You guys were waiting in you were in
having
hiding.
a short rest.
Short
Great.
rest.
Boy, I needed that. I think then the thing would be to, at least for me, if I'm told by these two when they return,
Yes,
that
which I'm assuming that you would be correct,
Hmm.
Dodger and Summer.
I think at the moment, when it comes to this case, and what has occurred, Logan would be pragmatic in this moment and stick with the vast majority of the group, even though he may not like it. So wherever the most people go, that's where he goes.
Okay. Is there anything I haven't explained that you'd like me to re-explain to you, or?
Not particularly. I mean, at the moment, his objective is to gather information. Like it was one of those rugs pulled out from under him situations, and he got the wind knocked out of him, and he's a little pissed, but he's like, all right, start from scratch. And so, yeah, I'm just trying to gather facts.
Okay.
And now apparently stay alive. So
yeah. Joe, what are you thinking?
I think investigate the weapon, so stick around for a little bit longer and then move on.
Masay?
Yeah, I believe Karis would also want to stick around because her main concern is like making sure people don't die. And I feel like if we go to Clayberry now and then it's like, ring, ring, hey, I found the weapon. Well, what are we going to do about it? That would be cutting off this story, essentially. So,
okay.
Yeah, Karis is on board.
So I know we already have a majority, but I just kind of want to get what everyone's like characters are thinking. Snake?
Yeah, I'm of a similar mind. I think sticking around would be what Eli would want to do. But we can go over more in character next time. But Eli would sort of float the idea that we kind of all need to clear our names, and the best way to do that would be to sort of, I guess, tackle this giant threat that comes up.
Okay. And Summer. Summer might be.
I was muted.
Yeah.
Piper's of the opinion that get out the soonest they can would be the best idea, but he's not gonna like fight anybody if they wanna.
Gotcha.
For the weapon.
So you're just like, let's get the fuck out, and everyone else is like, well, let's stay here. And then Logan, of course, is. It sounds like Logan's just gonna follow the group, but begrudgingly do so.
Well, I mean, whoa.
Oh, sorry, my mistake. That's what, to me. That's what it sounded like you just said. That you're like.
Now let's be clear.
Okay,
let's be clear, DM.
You have the floor.
Logan
Educate
is
me.
Going with the group to protect them from the attackers that would come for him. He feels a responsibility for this group, and so he is doing them this favor to prevent them from coming to harm. Please.
Okay. All right. I understand now. Okay.
Thank you. I'm glad we're all on the same page.
All right. Sounds good. So we'll go from there. For now, let's go ahead. So then the next episode will be you guys investigating to see if this bioweapon is still within the area, and yeah, we'll go from there. So let's go ahead and do some. Let's go ahead and do. Sorry, I was reading something.
Do what?
The fan art, and also the bingo bongo.
Bingo bongo.
What's the bingo bongo?
Bingo bongo. We did it last
time.
week.
What?
We did bingo. Oh, Jesse, sit down.
What's a bingo?
Gives Jesse a blanket and a cup of hot cocoa. There you go.
Is it a dog?
It's
Well, dog. And now it's time to eat it.
Yeah,
Hey,
don't eat the
Dodger.
dog. Don't eat the
I'm
dog.
sorry.
Every week
My
we eat a dog.
sister went psycho on your brother. I'm sorry.
I'm
That's-
sorry my sister went psycho on your
Can't believe
brother.
this.
You are family. What are you talking about?
All right, Deadbeats season 2, episode 2. Let me make sure I'm sharing because I might not be because my brain do be a little slow today. This one, there it is, beautiful. Mwah.
I watch.
Where's
Oh.
this art at? Come here, Art. Let me see you.
All right, so we're gonna do some bingo bongo, see how our chat has done, and see if we get a fucking bingo. I like
Oh
that
my
there's
god, I cannot believe Poop RP is on there.
yeah, Poop RP's on there.
Can we do
Let's
next
check.
week poop PP? Can that is a thing we can do?
I mean, that's like, well, we can't say
You
what
want
the
to
plan is. We can't, you can't just like, you're like, all right, guys, here's what we're gonna do.
Question.
Can't rig the bingo.
Question
Please.
for the team. It says nat 20. Dodger, I believe, rolled a nat 20, but it was ruled by the DM that the nat 20 was not the nat because it was you had to go for you had a difficulty check. Thing.
Yep, which means the nat 20 did not
Doesn't
happen.
count.
Got out of
count.
order, Jesse.
Doesn't
Jesse,
count,
you're going out of
unfortunately.
order.
So
Sorry.
the part, no, it's okay, buddy. Just blanket hot cocoa. The party triggers a trap. That did not happen. Dash and Piper being wholesome.
Definitely
obviously.
See the free space.
Yeah. Tired dad / mom from Eli. I love
Oh my
that Eli
God.
Karras has become like
100%. That
party
happened.
Absolutely, that happened.
That has explosives.
Yeah. The party can't take Pinchy seriously.
That happened. He got poked in the belly.
Yeah, and then I got slapped.
The party leaves the continent. Nope.
Not yet.
Piper finds his dad. Yep.
My
Nope.
dad.
Karras gets those muscles. Gets those muscles
Oh my
to
God.
good use. Nope.
Nope.
Familiar fight. Nope. Information
Or her
about the
brain
chi.
muscles.
No.
Yeah, we got
Joe.
you weapon info.
We got chi weapon info. Party gets a new direction. Kind of like a couple there. Dash does not fish. Hope you're all having a nice day. Thank you. No dash fishing.
Did
More
we poop RP? Did that happen? Did I miss poop
Yeah.
RP?
Yeah,
Well,
it's
poop RP.
pinchy
Yeah.
armpit poop.
We talked about
Whoa,
Pinchy
time out.
pooping through his armpits.
Also,
the poop RP was DM directed poop RP?
all right. It wasn't the
No,
the
we
Pinchy
brought it
didn't
up.
say it.
No,
yeah,
I
you guys
brought it up. I talked
Yes.
about poop.
And by
Never
you
mind.
guys,
I'm
I mean
sorry,
Summer.
Brett. You deserve better than that. You're right.
Summer brought it
all right,
up.
all right, Pissmaster 5000. Okay.
That's Cheezel, not me.
That was a different time.
Yeah, that was 1,000 years ago.
More knowledge. Actually, more knowledge or lore about the Ganymedians? No.
Oh, hold on, we got that weapon, right? They're using a
That's
weapon.
chi weapon.
That's a chi.
Well, but they're using it.
That's a different race. That isn't the Ganymedians.
They're using
that's the chi. We don't know. We don't
we
know.
don't know that though.
You guys
You don't
theorized
know.
that. Yeah, you guys
That's
theorized
correct.
that. Yeah. Nat 1. I don't think. Oh, we did have. Do we have a Nat 1?
I don't think
all-
so. We had low ones.
I don't
but-
remember a nat
I
one.
don't think we had a nat one, no.
Okay, all right. Pinchy threatens the party always. Pinchy causes havoc. Not. I mean. No.
He scared Wolf a little bit, but that was about
He
it.
did scare Wolf, yeah. Romance happens.
That's
Hey,
every
yo.
episode.
Hey,
Yeah.
yo. I'm gonna say nopers on that. Deanne survives the session. It was touch and go for a little bit. The Logan
did.
X Victor ship keeps
Yes,
sailing.
it does.
Didn't happen.
We shared some
What do
explosives.
you mean? He
Didn't
protected
happen.
me when I went to the room, and he was like,
That's
"You don't want to
true.
mess with that dude." That was out of love. That
All right.
wasn't.
You know what? You know, I see you two desperately pulling at that, so I'm gonna go ahead and put the X there because that in itself is the Logan Victor ship right there. Is the two of you
Yup.
being like, we wanna fuck. We wanna fuck. Logan gets unlucky dice rolls. I think there was
Yes.
one or two.
Yep.
The session is mostly RP. It was all
Yep.
RP. Piper experiments.
Yes. With
I,
my heart.
I wanted blood,
She
but
wanted poop.
I
She wanted
didn't
poop.
want poop.
But there was no experiment associated with that.
She wanted poop.
She wanted poop. But that
Isn't
doesn't...
theorizing
I wanted
experiments?
poop. Piper wanted poop. God.
Summer wanted poop. And
Someone
then
wanted poop.
And then the
The more
Cicero
things
sugar
change, the more
addiction.
they stay the same.
Look,
Isn't gunpowder?
Mean snake.
look. Out of all of us, if Dodger says Summer wanted poop, I believe Dodger. I'm sorry. I just
I'm
seems-
sorry.
I
so
can't
sorry.
believe this. I
Dodger's
was thrown under the
Look,
bus.
you got
Dodger's
the
a mom.
space.
Dodger's a mom.
He clicked
Dodger
the Piper
knows.
experiment space.
Yeah, he did.
And we still didn't get a bingo.
And we still didn't get
Hold
a
on.
bingo.
Isn't
Yes.
gunpowder the sugar of the new tech world?
No, shut up. No. God. No bingo this time, even though you all desperately tried. Desperately tried.
Now people are saying diaper in chat. I want to die.
I mean, that
Oh,
was
that is
that's
poop
true
RP.
diaper.
That is poop RP. That is true. That is extra. You're
No, but
correct
it's
on
the
that.
ship name, so is that romance?
That's not. That's not. That's not.
I
Oh
hate
my.
that they said that was the ship name so much.
All right.
I hate it.
So let's start with our fan art with this piece of cursed knowledge. Yeah, didn't like that.
Yeah.
There we go.
Didn't like that at
Beautiful.
all.
There I am.
I
There
love
you.
that.
There you are.
Amazing.
There he be in all his glory.
Oh shit!
A funky fish bites the hook.
We
Cute.
really are Cowboy Bebopping.
Yeah.
I love that.
Can you
It's like
play
a
that
thing at the end
jingle
of an
every
episode.
time I roll to fish?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Great.
Yeah, I'll pin that. I'll pin that in the fan art right now, so we'll make sure we play that every time. I'm sure Flying Solomon would love that. We also have okay, that's Pipe Dreamers, so I don't have to play that cursed information, thank God. Or not yet. I have another 4 hours before I have to play that theme. Okay. I love this.
Oh my god.
That's Dash in Summer's old character's
That's
outfit.
Least's outfit
That's Least's
because we made a
outfit.
we
Yeah.
made a booba window joke.
Yeah,
Booba
so
windows
good.
are a character trait. I stand by it.
All right. Joe.
Good.
All right, then keep your secrets. Couldn't help
When
it.
you
I
said
could.
it, I immediately laughed and I had to
I
mute myself.
couldn't help it. I heard the laugh. I didn't know who laughed, but I heard the laugh, and I should have known it was
Your
Joe.
secrets.
Here's the fucked up part. I was like, I know that's from somewhere, but I didn't know what it was. The moment that was from
Yeah,
Lord of the
you
Rings, I
said
should have
it.
known Joe was gonna be like,
When are we having an IO like Lord of the Rings movie marathon?
I would love that.
I would love
absolutely-
that. I
would
want that.
Ooh, here we fucking go.
Now the ship has sailed.
That's a ship that's sailing.
Last ship is sailing. By the way, Charian, that's a new fan art right there. That's a new fan artist. So enjoy the role. Thank you so much.
Good.
Thank
That's
you.
really fucking
Thank
cool.
you. Thank you.
Awesome.
Can we get an alt version where they are shirtless?
Well,
Oh my god.
ask and
Or
you
one of
shall
them is done the
receive.
other
But they
way.
also have they still have the gun and holding the sleeve, but it's like,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
sexy.
Yeah. Can you make Logan's chest like really old? Like put some flab in there with like little patches of hair there. I want authentic, please.
He needs dad bod, like actual dad bod.
I want an
flag.
actual dad bod, please. What the? It's my disguise, but I can see your face. Not when I do this, you can't. Oh, so good. Oh my god. What a curious magical artifact. Saw this Tumblr post, so I had to make it a meme. Coffee detective. Vampires always like, I could kill you if I wanted. Like, yeah, so could another human being. So could a dog. So could a dedicated duck. You aren't special. Oh, holy shit. Hey, yo, I
There we
love
go.
this.
Yeah.
With the
What a grump.
with the coffee cup and
Wielding
everything.
coffee.
Yeah, that's good. Glitch Wizard. Oh my god. They call me 007. 0 credits, 0 assets, 7 nat ones each session.
Man.
Oh my god.
Why you
Mwah.
do this?
I
Mwah.
forget how high your pants are all the
Mwah.
time.
They're dad pants. They're
know
hiked
what?
up past his navel.
You know what? Memes are sometimes a coin flip. That was a good meme. That was a good meme. I approve of that.
Ouch.
All right. Well, guys, thank you so
Whoa.
much. I'm so glad we got to do an RP session. I know Deadbeats is all about that RP, so I'm glad we were able to offer it. Mariah wants to know, does he have a belt? Does he have a belt, or is it just like sweatpants that he's got hacked up really high,
he's
Jesse?
got a belt.
Where's
He's
the
got
belt?
it's a brown belt, and
Mm-hmm.
it's one that he's had for, I'm gonna say 46 years.
You do be an elf.
Just some arbitrary
God.
number. I'm gonna say
Elven
46
crafting
years.
is another level, dude.
Someone write that on his Wikipedia.
Yeah, it's a,
Yeah.
I'm writing that down in
It was
case
a
it's
gift.
ever relevant.
The wiki team is gonna eat that up. Just
the
FYI.
46 years ago belt.
Belt.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm an
46.
elf. I'm
There it
very
is.
old.
I don't know. I'm an elf. Okay, so thanks,
Shrugs
guys.
at the camera.
Appreciate that. I'll see you all next week. Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye, dude.
Bye,
Bye,
dude.
everyone.